Yeah, man.
Yeah, man, this is Kevin Christian, and I want to go ahead and tell you a little bit about my truck. So, it is a 2002 Nissan Frontier. It's a V6 long bed manual. It took me a little while to find the long bed and the manual combination, but that's what I wanted because I had the old hard body and it was a long bed with a manual, and I just had to have another one. I'm going to go ahead and do the front shocks, and I believe that's it. So, got all my tools laid out right here, my tools and my camera and everything. Anyway, so won't waste any more of your time. Go ahead and get started with this procedure. So, um, hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, man. So here's everything that I should need. I got my gloves and my basic tools, just some basic stuff. This is the smallest, most handiest package of tools that one could ever imagine. And I got my new shocks for the front, and I got just some basic little jacks. I didn't get out the big ones for this. Shouldn't need them. And then about ready to get started. All right. All right, so looks like a new one. It's gonna fit right in there. It's gonna need to be compressed. Oh, that's not gonna be too difficult. Okay, yeah. Looks like I'll just simply take that off and take these off, put the new one on, and while I'm down here, I'll check on my brakes and stuff like that. Should be a pretty simple process. Looks like it's going to be the 14 millimeter. Tell you what else, I'm going to go ahead and put this extra jack up under here just for a safety precaution. Make sure that in case this other jack slips or fails or anything happens, that this truck doesn't fall on me. That'd be the last thing I want to have happen in my day. It just literally takes me 1 minute to just put this extra jack right here, just as a safety precaution. And this thing's wanting to turn when I turn the bolt, so let's see if I can just hold on to it. I may need to get something to hold it. See if these channel locks are big enough to, okay, it should be big enough to just grab onto it. There we go. Pay attention to the way that these are stacked up. So you put it back on the same way you took it off. And it looks like the lower bolt is going to be the 17 millimeter. Okay. Let's see how those are stacked up as well. It seems like, okay, there we go. And that was from right here, from the underside of the top. Okay. And now, let's see if I can wedge this thing out of here. That did it. Alright, so you see the old one's off now. You can see the rubber's worn away, falling apart. Just falls right off of there. And these would probably most likely be the original shocks from 2002. So it is now 2021. I compressed those shocks and they're dead. Those shocks are dead. So it's just the weight of the wheel itself, I guess, and the whole thing that's bringing that back when it. Well, it's getting, now that the dirt's out of it, it kind of has a little bit of a spring action left, but see how it sticks. And when it comes off the dirt a little bit, it comes out of there, but it's done for. That's done for. That's a rough ride. As compared to the new one, you know, you push that in and that thing's coming back. It's coming back out. And that's what you want to see. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm going to take a little wire brush and a rag, and I'm going to clean out that little area where the bolts go. Clean out this little area right here where I mount this thing up. And then I'm also going to take a rag and, you know, run it through those threads real good and clean up everything and make everything like brand new. The bushings and those little holder plates, those come new with the whole thing. So we'll put those all on, and looks like I'll be reusing this bottom one, which it's a real bolt. So I'll just clean it up real good and reuse it. One thing I love about this flashlight, it's so small, you can just put it in your mouth, you know. That's what she said. when I get a new part, I like to look at it real closely. Flip it around. Just make sure that it's not supposed to go on one way or another, you know. And it looks like it's the same either way. So I think I'll be all right putting it on just however it falls into place. This one here was sitting like that. So the smaller ring, as you can see on this one, it has a smaller ring, and this side has the larger ring. So the larger ring is going to sit down in that metal plate in the bowl part of it. It's going to sit in there like that, and then the smaller part is going to go up in here. So I'm just going to go ahead and use all the new parts, not any of the old ones. So I'll use the new plate that goes with the new bushing, and I'll set that on there like that. Okay, so that is going to go onto the shop, or the strut, whatever this thing is called. So the first thing I'm going to do is push it up through the bolt hole if I can. Looks like I may have to compress it, or let me try it this way. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now I need to compress it. So this came with a regular nut and then a smaller nut, I guess, to lock the first nut in place. So the old one just had one regular nut. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on there anyway, just like it came with two nuts, if I can fit it on there. I'm going to go ahead and put this second nut on top to lock the first one into place. Now for the bottom one. I have to do a little bit of wedging. Get this one lined up right. Screwdriver should help me out with that. So everything appears to be good to go. Got everything back in place. You know, check it out in a week or two, and then the bottom should be fine. So it's a fairly simple job. Now just put the wheel back on, and then go around to the other side and do the same thing. So that should be about it. It's a pretty straightforward, simple procedure. Just a couple of bolts, and it's not very difficult to get in there. It's not very difficult to get to. So it's a pretty straightforward, do-it-yourself type of job.
Hmm.